All right, this is phase 2 abs workout B. We're going 30-15 supersets. You'll pair up 2 exercises, do them 8 rounds, 30-15 times 8. First exercise is going to be a glute bridge. So we're going to push up and just get into a glute bridge hold. No low back extension, driving through the heels. You can bring the toes back up towards the shins if it starts to cramp up in the calves. And breathe. Now, progressions of this are to go from the glute bridge into the hollow body bridge. So Holly walks her feet out further and further until she actually, the goal is to get them straight leg again without feeling anything in the back, drive through the heels. And again, you want to bring the toes back into the shins to prevent the cramping up of the hamstrings and calves. Now, if you want to go next level, level 3 is to bring in some arm progressions. So she goes elbows only or fingertips at the forehead from that position. And then from there, level 4 would be to do single leg. So she'd lift one leg up and again, pull it back in there. That's super hard. Okay, that's your progression there. 30 seconds of one of those progressions, and then you're up, and we're still working the back side of the body with the dumbbell sumo deadlift. So we're gonna start with a non-deadlift. We're just gonna sumo it down and tap the handles, kind of a tap and go. She wants to keep the eyes up, weight on the heels, and you can see it's a little bit of a squat and a little bit of a hip hinge together. And from there, she picks it up. Level 2, we do the weighted deadlift. See how she gets nice and tall and progresses like that. And then level 3, we're going to do a 2-to-1 ratio. So we're going to do 2 deads. And on the third one, she's going to do a sumo deadlift jump. So 1, 2, and a jump. And then from there, you can increase the weight. 30-15, 8 rounds, take a minute break, and then move on to station number 2. All right, station number 2, we're going 30 seconds of the goblet squat hold. We're going to heel elevated to begin with. Now, if they can't do any weighted, they could just do this with body weight only. But we're going to use a light 10-pound kettlebell here. Holly's going to sink down into the goblet squat and hold in that position. Now, what I want her to do is, if her hip crease gets below knee crease, it shuts off the quads. So she wants to come up right. She's in a good position right there. So you can kind of have them go down or up based on their fitness level. 30 seconds of that. In level 2, she's going to start doing some punch outs. Back and forth, right there. Getting some ab activation and some shoulder work while working. Again, this is abs, butt, shoulders. Level 3, she wants to stand up and step up off the board and come onto the floor and do the very same thing, squat with 30 seconds of punch outs or presses to really get that going. And from there, she can just increase the load. Now, 30 seconds of that, and then we're going to come down onto the floor into a push-up hold. So right now the abs are already taxed and they're about to get even more so. So this is a starfish plank. We're going to start with your classic push-up hold. People could modify on the knees if they needed to, but here's our progressions. Level 1 push-up hold, level 2 overhead push-up hold. So she reaches out, really gets the abs going from here. Can't get any low back extensions. They feel in the abs, they got to bring their hands back. And in level 3 we go starfish. Widen out the feet. Also reach higher and further out with the arms into this kind of starfish. And Holly's going to demonstrate how to do a fingertip starfish. She comes up on the star right there. Hold as much as you can and then get out of there because that's a tough exercise. All right, so this is station number 3. We're going to pair up skater jumps for 30 seconds with 30 seconds of a side plank AD deduction. So for the skaters, we're going to start just stepping skaters. Holly's going to step back, side to side. We want to kind of focus on getting into an athletic stance so they're not so stiff-legged, and then progress from this where they touch the back foot down to just a 1-point skater. So 2-point skater to 1-point skater, and from here, she can have some fun with it, increase the height, and really use her hands to pull, explode, should land mid-foot, and really train the hips. Now, 30 seconds of that, and then we're gonna go down into a side plank on the left side. So we start short lever to begin with. That's on the knees, straight line, head through hip. Don't let the neck drop, cue the chest, and breathe. Should feel this in the obliques and the shoulder stabilizer. So we get glutes, abs, butt, and shoulders all in this. Now, progress from there into the long lever. And then from here, level 3, we're gonna do an AD deduction. So she's gonna take her bottom leg and bring the knee into the chest while still maintaining that perfect alignment. And she's gonna feel the inner thighs. Again, 30 seconds on this one. Now, she can make it even harder by coming up onto the hand and do a high side plank with AD deduction. So we're getting into some more advanced body weight core training. She would go back to the TRX and then next round, switch sides.